My name is Linda Seward, and the quilt is called Jack of All Seasons. Well, first of all, it's pretty obvious that the quilt's about my dog Jack, and he's a border terrier, and he's 7 years old this year. And what I did is I wrote a book a couple of years ago called The Ultimate Guide to Art Quilting. And during the writing of that book, I tested a number of ways of printing on fabric. And I printed photos of Jack in the hope that one day I would make a quilt with all of the resulting pieces. And this year the Quilters Guild Challenge was to make something about time. And I had made these little journal quilts from the pictures through the seasons, so I thought how perfect it would fit right in with this challenge. So it's called Jack of All Seasons. One of the things I did on all of the blocks is called thread painting, and it's where you use, well, so this was a photo of Jack, and then I used all different color threads to paint it with the thread using my Bernina sewing machine. I have a really lovely Bernina 750 Quilters edition, and so but the thing is that I only thread painted a few of the blocks, this one and that one, and I got the whole quilt put together, and my daughters had a look at it and they said, no, Jack is all faded in the other pictures, so you've got to thread paint those as well. So I had to do it with all the beading, working around the beading, which was quite a challenge. So some of the other things I've done, I did a lot of embroidery by hand and machine, and machine quilting with the embroidery settings on my Bernina. I've been quilting for about 40 years. I began working as a editor for Dover Books in New York City, and part of my job was to learn all these different techniques. And I learned how to quilt through all the wonderful famous quilters who were writing books for me in New York. And then when I moved to London, I met an Englishman and moved to London, and I started working here. I started writing books, and my favorite technique that I learned as a needlework editor was quilting. So I have actually been quilting for 43 years now, which is quite a long time. I've written 13 books on all different quilting techniques. I'm absolutely thrilled to see my quilt here. I wish Jack could see it. I just love the fact that my friends can come and look at it, children can come and look at it, because especially with all the beading, I think they're attracted to it. But it's just wonderful to see it, and I don't care that I don't win prizes. That's not why I'm entering it. I want people to see my work. And also I have put this on social media as I was making each block, because Jack actually has a Facebook page. So I was putting that on as well. So it's nice for my Facebook friends to see it in real life. I'm thrilled to be part of the global quilting community. I have friends from all over the world. I'm doing quite a few lectures here at the Festival of Quilts, and when I put together the lectures, I contact people from all over the world. So I've got quilts from Australia and all over the States and Japan, and it's wonderful, and sometimes I get to meet these people when I'm here. But even if I don't meet them in person, we are friends online. And I did a lecture on modern quilts, and I had a question. So I asked the head of the Modern Quilt Guild, who lives in Los Angeles, what's the word for this type of quilting? Right away I got my answer. I mean, it's just so wonderful to have that contact with people.